What is going on? This is Social Science Simplified. Welcome back to another video, and you guys seem to love my political analysis videos. The 2024 electoral prediction video was a hit. It has over 80 views in a month, which is my best video yet. So if you guys could please go check out that video. That's a really great video, very informational. I think you'd like it. So today, what I'm going to be doing is something a little different. I'm going to be running two hypothetical candidates against each other on the 2024 electoral map. So I'm going to be running Donald Trump against Kamala Harris, which isn't that crazy of a scenario. If Joe Biden were to step aside after one term and allow Kamala Harris to run, and Donald Trump is a repeat candidate, he's already expressed interest in that. So I'm going to run those two candidates against each other and see who would win. And once again, full credit for the map goes to 270towin.com. They're a great source for information on political maps, polling data, elections results, stuff like that. And so we're going to start off with safe electoral votes for the Democratic Party. And obviously California, Oregon, Washington, District of Columbia, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, or not New Hampshire. New Hampshire will be categorized later. Vermont, New York, Maine's 1st Congressional District, Hawaii, Illinois, and Colorado. So that is 191 safe electoral votes for the Democratic Party if Kamala Harris were to run against Donald Trump in 2024. And the reason why I'm categorizing Colorado as a safe Democratic state is because you saw Hillary Clinton win by about 5 points in 2016. However, Joe Biden won the state by over 10 points in 2020. The state has been rapidly shifting to the left, and I think Kamala Harris would appeal to the more progressive voters in certain parts of Colorado that give Democrats their victories there, like the urban areas of Colorado, such as Denver and Colorado Springs. Now into the safe electoral votes for the Republican Party. Idaho, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, all of Nebraska except for the 2nd Congressional District, Kansas, Montana, Missouri, Indiana, South Carolina, and Utah. Now, some of you may notice in my 2024 electoral map prediction, I categorized South Carolina, Indiana, Missouri, Kansas, Utah, and Montana as likely Republican states. However, Kamala Harris is more to the left of Joe Biden. So I believe that she would not perform as well as Biden in these states, and that the GOP nominee, Donald Trump, would win these states by a safe margin. And Alaska would also be one of those states that was likely shifting to safe. And Colorado is one of those states for the Democratic Party. Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, and that's all the safe Republican states. So right now we have 191 to 125 in favor of Kamala Harris against Donald Trump in 2024, if only safe electoral votes count, but as we know, battleground states matter too. So let's get into the likely states for the Democratic Party. New Mexico, it's been shifting to the left, but it will not be a safe margin there. It'll be around probably 10 to 13 points there. Another likely state for the Democrats is Minnesota, and while Minnesota is very unlikely to go red, it is likely that Kamala Harris could only win there by around 7 to 10. So maybe, if she's lucky, 12 points. Joe Biden won there by about 7, I believe. And another likely Democratic state would be Maine at large and New Hampshire and Virginia. And those would be the likely Democratic states. Once again, they've all been shifting to the left. However, they would not have shifted enough to give Kamala Harris a margin of victory greater than 15 points in those states. And that leaves the Democrats at 225 with 34 likely electoral votes to the Republicans' 125 safe electoral votes. Now to get into the likely Republican states. And that would be Maine's 2nd congressional district, Iowa, Ohio, and Texas. And now my 2024 electoral map prediction video, I categorized Texas, Iowa, Ohio, and I believe I categorized Maine's 2nd congressional district as a tilt Republican or lean. However, I categorized Iowa, Ohio, and Texas all as lean Republican votes. However, Kamala Harris, once again, is slightly to the left of Joe Biden, and she would not be able to appeal to moderate voters as well as Joe Biden did in those states. So Republicans would still win in those states. Donald Trump would carry the states, probably by a likely margin, which is why they're categorized as likely Republican states. And now to get into the lean states, starting with the Democratic Party once again. Nevada and Michigan are lean states for the Democratic Party. 21 lean electoral votes for the Democratic Party, Nevada and Michigan. And Michigan was the state in the Rust Belt that gave Joe Biden his greatest margin of victory there, 2%, 150,000 votes. So I believe that state would go to Kamala Harris by a lean margin, along with Nevada. Because those two states, other than Nevada, which shifted to the right slightly, Michigan had shifted to the left since the 2016 election. However, I believe Kamala Harris would be able to appeal to voters in Nevada, much like Hillary Clinton did, and win the state by a lean margin. And now into lean states for the Republicans. Florida and North Carolina would be lean states for the Republican Party and their nominee Donald Trump in 2024. Those were both categorized as tilt Republican states in my 2024 election prediction video. However, due to the fact that Kamala Harris could not appeal to suburban voters as well as Joe Biden did, and Donald Trump did an excellent job of appealing to voters in Florida, it is very likely that Donald Trump and the GOP would win North Carolina and Florida by lean margins in 2024. And that leaves us at 246 votes for Kamala Harris to 235 for Donald Trump. Kamala Harris is up by 11 and needs 24 more to win the presidency, and Donald Trump is at 235, needing 35 more to win the presidency. And now into the tilt states, starting with the Democratic Party, Pennsylvania, Georgia, and Nebraska's 2nd congressional district. Joe Biden won Pennsylvania by about 100,000 votes. However, I believe Kamala Harris would win Pennsylvania by closer to probably 20,000 votes. It would be a much closer race in Pennsylvania. Biden won Georgia by about 11,000 votes. I believe Kamala Harris could maybe shift that to 25,000, 30,000 votes. Because Kamala Harris, once again, is slightly to the left of Joe Biden, and while losing some of the moderate voters, she could appeal to some of the progressive voters centralized in large urban areas, such as Omaha or Philadelphia or Atlanta, which is why she would win Michigan by a lean margin. She could appeal to some of the very progressive voters in Detroit. New Hampshire is a very liberal state on social issues. She could appeal to many of the voters who are liberal on social issues, since she is slightly more to the left than Joe Biden. She could shift Joe Biden's lean margin in New Hampshire into a likely margin from 7 points to 10 to 12 points. And then that does put her at 282 electoral votes, meaning Kamala Harris would defeat Donald Trump in 2024 if they were to run against each other. And finally, to move into the tilt states for the Republican Party, Wisconsin and Arizona would be tilt states for the Republican Party. I believe in Arizona and Wisconsin, Kamala Harris would lose too much support from the suburban voters, and Donald Trump would be able to win those states back from the Democrats in 2024. And now to kind of give you an actual view of what this map would look like, I'm going to categorize all these states as safe to show you what the actual map would look like. And here is the actual 2024 electoral map. If Kamala Harris were to run against Donald Trump, Kamala Harris would defeat Donald Trump in the Electoral College with 282 electoral votes to 256 electoral votes. Kamala Harris would lose the states of Wisconsin and Michigan, but she would shift states such as Nevada with urban areas of Las Vegas, Michigan with Detroit, Georgia with Atlanta, and New Hampshire, as well as Pennsylvania and Nebraska's 2nd Congressional District to the left. And defeating Donald Trump, 282 electoral votes to 256 electoral votes. Once again, thank you for watching. I hope this was an enjoyable video. Comment down below if I should do more videos like this, hypothetical election scenarios, Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump. Other ones, that's what this was. Should I do other ones, such as Bernie Sanders versus Donald Trump in 2020 or 2024, Joe Biden versus Ron DeSantis? But please do subscribe. It could really help me and the channel out. I would really appreciate it. And if you subscribe, please comment down below. I'll give it a thumbs up. I'll give it a heart. I'll comment thank you. It'll be really cool. I kind of want to have a fun comment section, so please comment down below that you subscribed. And just please always be nice in the comments too. Once again, full credit for the map goes to 270towin.com. Thank you for watching. I'll be back with more videos soon. Have a great day.